Confucius famously observed that every man has two lives, and the second one begins the moment he realizes he only has one. Most of us spend that single life in a state of perpetual distraction, struggling with what is effectively a disease of abundance. For the first time in history, the primary threat to our well-being isn't the scarcity of resources, but an overwhelming, paralyzed drowning in them. We live in an environment where the brightest minds are paid to keep us addicted to clickbait, sugar, pharmaceuticals, and digital validation. Our natural instincts are being harvested by systems specifically designed to exploit them. Naval Ravikant has spent years documenting how to navigate this era. He treats wealth, health, and happiness not as strokes of luck, but as specific skills that must be cultivated to survive the modern world. Prosperity today is no longer about gathering more. It is about the active, ruthless defense of your mind against the very things society tells you to want. That defense begins by redefining desire. We often mistake desire for healthy ambition, but in practice, it functions as a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. This imbalance explains why peace is so elusive. A sick person has only one desire: to get well, but a healthy person is burdened by thousands of unfulfilled wants, each one acting as a small, underlying source of misery. There are two great addictions that keep us compliant in this state. Nassim Taleb pointed out that the most dangerous are heroin and a monthly salary. Relying on a steady paycheck and chasing socially accepted comforts is the primary mechanism that keeps us tethered to a life we didn't choose. The industrial age was built on set hierarchies, where humans worked like machines on fixed schedules. But the information age has reversed this, rewarding those who can provide unique value rather than just showing up. The traditional 9-to-5 model is a holdover from the factory floor. It forces you to work with the linear output of a cow, passively grazing at the same pace all day, regardless of the quality of your thoughts. Modern work is like an athlete's training. This timeline shows the lion model, sprinting with intense focus, then resting fully. To protect this, set an aspirational hourly rate so high it feels ludicrous. This line acts as a filter for your life. If a task or a meeting is worth less than that rate, you delegate it or drop it. Time is your most expensive asset, forcing meetings to become calls and calls to become texts. Time is your only non-renewable resource. Ruthlessly culling trivial obligations is the only way to reclaim the headspace required for high-leverage work. Renting out your time is a fundamental trap, because your time is finite. If your income is tied to your presence, you have a hard ceiling on your freedom that no salary can fix. To break that ceiling, you must move towards equity. This means owning a piece of a business, a product, or a brand. Assets that can leverage the internet to scale and accrue value even when you are asleep. The most effective way to build this is to lean into your own authenticity. You are looking for a pursuit that feels like play to you, but looks like grueling, specialized work to everyone else. When you combine that specific obsession with the infinite leverage of software or media, your output becomes nonlinear. A single great decision or a piece of code can reach thousands of people instantly, disconnected from the hours spent creating it. True wealth isn't found in a high-status paycheck. It's found in the construction of a system that works for you, giving you the freedom to stop trading your life for a wage. However, control over your time is useless if your mind remains an internal chaotic mess. Financial freedom only matters if it is paired with internal mastery. We often chase happiness, peace in motion, a temporary spike that fades. We actually seek peace, happiness at rest, represented by a steady line. The true goal is peace from mind, freedom from the noise of ego and desires. Achieving this is an act of rebellion. It requires the art of doing absolutely nothing. Sit alone for 30 minutes without your phone or an app. Don't fight your thoughts and don't encourage them. Just observe. You can reinforce this state by writing your thoughts down to filter out nonsense and spending more time in nature. By consciously choosing positive interpretations of the world, you allow those negative thoughts to pass through you instead of lingering. External leverage is a powerful tool, but it is entirely pointless if you remain a slave to your own internal programming. Naval redefines retirement not as a specific age, but as the moment you stop sacrificing today for an imaginary tomorrow. While society encourages us to chase fame, the modern celebrity is often the most miserable person in the room, trapped by a public image. The higher ideal is to be entirely rich and entirely anonymous. Ultimately, life is a single-player game. Your reality is not what happens to you, but the beliefs and interpretations you cultivate inside your head. Your second life begins when you stop playing the multiplayer games society has set for you and finally choose to claim your freedom.